I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Yay! Lion Brand ice cream. Yarn, that is. I'm Helene, if you don't know me already, and this is Cabin Fever Crochet. Today I'm doing a review on the Lion Brand ice cream yarn. Loving their fun new retro labels. I think they're really cute and fresh. Just fun to look at. And I have worked up more than a swatch. I actually did a border on an entire kind of a blanket throw coverlet for a bed as a gift for someone. And let's get into the review. I'll tell you a little bit about it, some differences. Now, first off, I ordered this directly from Lion Brand's website. I really enjoy ordering from them directly. Sometimes shipping can be a little bit slow, even during the best of times, but it's worth the wait. Good things come to those who wait sometimes. And their shipping is very reasonable, I think, comparatively to other websites. And you can get quite a bit in the US for like under $6 shipping. Fill up your cart pretty good. Onward, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 225 yards, 206 meters. So this is considered a number 4 weight. Recommends an 8mm US 8 knitting needle and a 5.5 eye hook. That is what I used, although this is a very thinner, lightweight number 4 at 225 yards. Depending on your project, I think you could even go down to an F all the way up to an eye hook. I used an eye hook because I bordered it with a completely different yarn, which was number 4 also, but much thicker. And as you know, even within each number category, there can be quite a range and vary of the thickness, and that also can depend on the type of fiber that it is and how it's spun or plied. And so what I did to compensate for that, the difference, the thinness compared to the yarn I worked it with, is I created my own border designed for that anyway. And actually this is a pattern from a stitch book that I came up with to do the blanket. So I just winged it and designed a border for it. And I had to add extra stitches within each sequence to get the width that I needed to work for the blanket itself. And that worked out fine. It just took me a couple times playing around with it to go, I found the one that works. Now this is a 47% cotton, 53% acrylic. I love cotton, I love natural fibers or even blends. So I'm good with a blend like this. And you know how some cottons can really have their string-like effect, and that usually depends on the staple or the length of the cotton itself. With all fibers you have different grades and qualities. So some can be a little rough and string-like, and then they can be good for certain projects. Now this, I expected it to be really soft, and it is to a degree. However, when at first touch, I could feel a definite texture. And if you look up closely, you can see that it has these white flecks, which creates a wonderful marled effect, as you will see. But it is actually a string of white yarn, assuming cotton, and in some areas it is spun tighter than others, but it's wrapped around at an angle as I turn to create the angle. But it is wrapped around at an angle with the rest of the yarn, and so if I take a strand and I run my finger, I can really feel the string. And it's a different, it's like a literal string texture versus string-like in the whole yarn content, if that makes sense. So it was a little different than I expected. And at first I was kind of like, I just felt a little disappointed. I don't know how I would want this for garments myself. I'm pretty tactily sensitive and can feel subtleties and slight nuances of things. And however, when I worked it up, and particularly if you use a stitch that has a little bit more thickness, I think if you're doing chains, you're going to feel it more versus full stitches that like this, and I'll just show you that in a minute because it's a pretty big heavy blanket. I can't do both at the same time, but fuller stitches, doesn't have to be puff stitches or cluster or something of that nature, but you could double crochet where they're closer together. That definitely changed the texture, and once I worked it up, I'm like, okay, this is pretty soft after all. So keeping that in mind, I might work up something else, and then knowing that I would just need to pick a stitch or a pattern that would work best for this yarn. And a lot of yarns are like that anyway. Some work better for some than others. So you're probably wondering about the colors. Okay, this is just as it looks. This is rainbow. Yummy, yummy, yummy. This is color number 204. And then this is blueberry, color number 206. And in person, they look pretty much just like they do online. And they have an array. All the colors are fun, and beautiful. Hey, do you like ice cream? Tell me, what's your favorite ice cream, if you would please tell me. I'm ordering you what to do. I wouldn't have to do that. But I would love to know. Can you eat ice cream? And if not, do you do an ice cream substitute? So yeah, that's pretty much it about the yarn as far as it glided on the hook. It just felt really nice and smooth. It was easy to take out, to frog. I didn't have issues tangling. A little bit went a long way. And I used about 2/3 of the skein, still had a little bit left for this huge blanket. I'm going to stand back for a second and show this to you. Okay, so this was a stash busting project. I really wanted to make a blanket for a very special person, and I didn't have enough of one yarn. So I thought, well, she loves bright colors. Let me just see what I have. And I had enough that went together to make a rainbow blanket. And I only had to purchase a couple of extras. Pretty funny, right? I had to buy more to use up what I have. But here's the blanket. I mean, it's huge. It's over 6 feet. So I had just gotten a couple of these just to try before I really delved into it. And when I wanted to go for a border, I tried the extra yarn that I had in one of these colors. That didn't really do anything for it. I pulled another yarn. That did, and I sat there thinking. You know, I even went with the light color, which she actually doesn't really like white too much. And at first I thought that was going to be great. Didn't. And then all of a sudden it went bing! The light came on. And I thought, oh, I have this. And I bet because it has all the colors in it, this just might work. So when I worked it up, because it is much thinner, this is the Red Heart Soft yarn, which is much thicker. That's backwards. But I did what I had mentioned, and it just worked up great. I mean, it just made the whole piece come together. Just all around and around and around we go. Isn't that fun? What a wonderful surprise. All right, come up even closer. Such a surprise to me. How perfect is this? And it just happened to come a couple of days before as I was finishing this up. Yeah. The colors are just so fun and pretty. There we go. Nice transition. You have a little bit of blending here, not too, harsh or sharp or anything. This blanket's kind of heavy. Oh, my arms are getting tired. Boy, this would be a good workout. Oh, just lifting this blanket. I mean, you can see how much I used a lot of yarn. But anyway, that's for another video. So I just wanted to share that with you. I'm very happy with these. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. I'm thinking it might make a fun little summer hat. Combine it with some other yarn that I have. Have some ideas going on with that. And when we get there, I will certainly show you what else I wind up doing with this. Okay, well that's it for this episode. I hope that was helpful and you enjoyed my little video. And if you would and did, please subscribe. If you haven't already, come back again for more yarny fun and other life interests. And please give me a thumbs up and share. Okay, take care, everyone, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.